That changes my whole
Case
plan.
Holtman!
Welcome. We are at Field of Riches Cyclocross 2025. This is up in Richfield, Wisconsin, a little bit northwest of Milwaukee. In the 50 plus field, category 4 or 5. 35 plus went just before us, so we're going to chase a few of those down on the way. Front row start today. So, and we're off. Didn't clip in perfectly, but it was a good clip in. This guy on the left has good speed, but he takes a look and sees me, so he doesn't want to push it since I have the corner. So technically I get the whole shot. So that's a good start. I've done this race once before, a few years ago. It was a little bit different layouts. Some of the features are in reverse, one whole new section. I was podiumed on that one. That was my first podium, and finished third, except for a crash where I might have finished second. So we're going a little left, a little right. This is a nice field here, and I have the whole shot. I'm in front, I'm in the lead, and things are about to get a little ugly. So this is a 30-minute race, so it's kind of all out for most of the race because there's not too much time. So this is the fun corner right here. Yeah, too fast. A lot of dew on the ground. Getting a nice view of the underside of my Garmin right now. I had to take my right lever. It was totally inboard. I had to straighten it up. Luckily, it didn't explode. I had that happen once before in a race. Hopped on, didn't bother checking the bike. Luckily, it was in gear, didn't drop the chain. Don't worry, we'll fix this camera right here. So I didn't really know where I was until I watched the video. So there was 10 people in front of me, or 9 people in front of me. I'm in 10th. I bet I thought I was down probably for like an hour. It felt like the leaders were probably way up the road, and I was so mad. This is a cool little single track section. We went up this last time. You'll notice the orange paint with the roots on the ground here, just so you can avoid them. We're not riding mountain bikes. These are 33 millimeter tires for the most part. And it's pretty speedy, and we've got this little chicane right here. It's no problem. Upcoming is a log. I was not comfortable hopping this. I probably could have done the right side of it once, but not all the laps. So look at these guys. They're on the left. They're going far left. So I went, okay, I'm going to go on the right. And these guys are hopping on their bikes right away. I ran through the corner. So I passed 2 people because I just ran. They let me in on the inside, and I just went ahead and took it. So now I'm in 8th. This whole section is brand new. We didn't do any of this. It has a couple little bowl sections, which are real short and very cool because to exit them, you have to kind of go up like a 15% grade. It's only like 10 feet, but you have to be real careful about your traction. But here's the first one. You get over this little gravel road, which was nice and slippery. Luckily, we weren't going very fast. So it's just a quick little circle here and then up. And you really have to kind of push it. See this guy up here, he's getting out of his saddle. All right, so then we have a transition section over to the other bowl. Not a lot of places to pass in this area, so I'm just kind of biding my time. There's a little bit of a straight right up here. I'm going to pass this guy here in the blue right after the bridge. Just got to get ahead of people one at a time. And this is that other little bowl section. Just kind of go a little circle, and then it's got a little kicker to get out. This will actually play a part on lap 2 to help determine the race. So. All right, so then this one is a nice little section. There's a high line on the right, which is, you have to kind of go up to get to it, but that gets you a better angle going down. Next lap, I actually cut that and go short to try to get in front of somebody. But ideally, you want to get that wide line. We're going to show the entire first lap so we can kind of see how the progression works through the field. All right, this is a little section right there. There's a little bit of mud right there. Always had to be careful. It got deeper as the race went on. Anytime there was a straightaway section that was wide enough, I was trying to get by people. Straight line power is more of my forte as opposed to technicals, which you can see because obviously I fell on the first lap. You can see a little water there spritzing off the front tire. There was a lot of dew. Driving up from Chicago to this race, there was fog everywhere. I was getting alerts on my map saying, hey, visibility is reduced ahead. So the ground was very dewy. Drying out very quickly. You can see it's a beautiful day. It's probably 60 degrees. This is a gravel climb. You can see this guy in the blue here on the right. He was leading, and then we hit this climb, and then he just depth charged. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but he was on the front before we hit that. So, but that gravel climb was really hard. My plan was to hit all the climbs really hard, out of the saddle, go, 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 and that one I just couldn't do. All right, we're going to turn back. We're going to hit the gravel just a little bit. You're at an angle, which is never fun on gravel. I don't like gravel in cyclocross racing. There's a little bit of a downhill into this small up, which you could really put speed into. So I was able to get by this guy with a little bit of that, carrying that speed. And I'm in third, and on the front is Steve Fury from South Chicago Wheelman. But he's not going to be on the front for long. Too much brake. He admitted it himself. So right now there's a little bit of a gap. This rider here on Sunday, this race was on Saturday. He actually won the race on Sunday, so strong rider. So I got ahead of him for like half a second there, but then he kind of pushed through once he got his momentum going on that corner. So we had the log that we jumped over, and then here's barriers. I could not get these barriers right. Boom. I think I dragged my foot on one of those. I just didn't have it. My footwork was all wrong. Going all out, kind of puts your brain in a little bit of a fuzz. But the next day I was fine in Glenwood at that race. So this is really cool. We went up this last time, and there was a log in front of it, or in there, which we had to bunny up, which was kind of cool. But you're able to, whoa, you got the leg hanging out there. It was fast. You didn't really actually have to brake going down, which was kind of nice. And then they have a little zigzag. Again, we did this zigzag going up, and it was a little bit more slick than it was today, even with the dew today. So just some good technical turns. Just kind of fun going through. This course had good flow. It wasn't really annoying with the turns. They had good flow. You could take good lines. They had good wide exits usually, so you could kind of get the turn at a little bit of a speed. All right, so here's the straight again. This is what I want to do is finally hit the front. Anytime I see a straightaway, I'm going to try to hit some power down. This guy up here, he's in the 35 plus, and we're about to hit another single track section. So I do not want anybody in front of me going up to this single track, because this one's going up, and there's a kicker at the top. So you're going to lean right here, get past those orange roots. That's easy enough, and this is not too bad. But at the top, there's a kicker with roots right in front of you. You have to kind of angle to the right, and if somebody stalls, you're in trouble. So there you go to the right, and then you're just pushing and grinding. You got to be careful. If you get out of your saddle, you might lose traction. In fact, I was dying here, so I went like really wide because I was kind of cooked after that. And there he goes. He was doing well on that, and then he got back in front of me. So there's a little bit of a ways to go, and then it starts straight. So it's okay to just draft. You're not getting a big draft in cyclocross, but we're fine right now. There's no reason to push past him. So on the left there's the Simple Endurance tent. That's my coach, Paul Orlovsky. There's the start-finish line. And then we go back onto lap 2. So I'm moving past him, and that is the last time that he will be in front of me. So now I am lap 2, I'm in first place, and now it's about trying to get him off my wheel. And this is where it happens. So we moved ahead onto lap 2. This is the second of those little bowls. You won't be able to see it, but he's right behind me. He was on my wheel that whole first half lap. But he loses something. I think he might have slipped out, but he had to unclip. You see my shadow there? I just took a peek back. He unclipped, and that caused a little bit of a gap. So now I've got a 2-3 second gap. These are 35 plus riders in front of me. I see I'm going here on the short line to try to get in front of him.
Come on.
He slows down to let me go by, which is really nice. And now there's a rider between me and the second place rider, so that's also trouble. All right, this is the single track section again. And I just wanted to point this out because this was kind of cool. He's on the left. You see there's a guy just waiting there. He knows he can't make it. He knows he's stuck, but he's going to let people go by. He's not going to cause trouble for other people. So that was kind of cool. This guy on the right too, same thing.
You're inside.
All right, now this guy was funny. He's a 35 plus rider. I'm trying to get by him. He didn't let me go by at first, and then he says, "Hey, let's just do it at the bottom of this hill." And I kept this clip in because look at this guy. He pushes through some strong pedal strokes, and then he's just gone. I'm riding the brakes down this, and he said, "I'm young, I don't care, I am just flying." He just went away from me. It was really kind of cool. All right, so this is that bowl section again. As I exit the bowl section, you're gonna see 3 riders. And there they are. The third rider is the second place guy. The other 2 people are 35 plus riders. So I know he is probably I have like a 10-second gap and 2 riders in front of him. So hopefully I can make progress while he's stuck behind slower riders. And again, I'm going for the short line, not because I think it's a faster line, but it's going to get me in front of him so I can go ahead and keep moving. And I felt bad, the rider in second place, who's right there, so not a huge gap, but his son was there, and his son kept going, "Come on, Dad, and I kind of felt bad. Okay, here's the last one. Way too far to the right. I was starting to lose it. The brain fog was just not helping my control. So we're up the hill for the last time. Go to the right and struggle up the last part, and then pretty much we're home free. Here's the finale. My first cyclocross win. It's pretty exciting.
A lot of places in those last laps.
And here comes your
Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.